When a group of friends get stranded on an uncharted island, a religious family takes them in. As the family unveils their sinister motives, they're surprised to learn that something more twisted is among them. At a psychiatric hospital, Jeff is anticipating the release of his wife, Cynthia, who has just suffered a psychotic breakdown. He talks with her doctor and shares that he's planning on taking her on vacation with some of their friends. The psychiatrist cautions that his wife is still not fully healed from the trauma and advises that she only be surrounded by people close to her. However, Jeff insists on going as he plans to conceive another baby with her on this trip. Soon, the couple fly out with their 4 friends to the island where they had their honeymoon. During their transit, they encounter an engine malfunction and are forced to land on an uncharted island. Unable to fix the aircraft, they decide to set up camp and enjoy themselves for the night. The following day, Jeff returns to the plane and attempts to fix it, but to no avail. While the rest of the group do their own thing, Terry sees Cynthia troubled and invites her to scuba dive with her. She agrees so she can clear her head and accompanies her to the sea when Terry slips, hits her head on the rocks, and rolls into the ocean. Cynthia is then paralyzed with fear as she vividly remembers leaving her baby in the bathtub to answer a phone call. When she returned, she was horrified to discover her child had drowned. Hearing the commotion, Jeff jumps in to save Terry and admonishes Cynthia for not helping. She then bursts into tears, thinking that Terry is dead because of her, so her husband reassures her that she's alright. Meanwhile, Lynn hears a noise in the woods and makes a break for it until she's intercepted by Rob, who was hiding behind a tree. She tries to explain that she spotted movement in the bushes, but Rob claims it might be animals. However, Lynn is scared, so they head back. At camp, Jeff explains that he's unable to fix the plane, so they should try to find help on the island. He then instructs Paul to stay behind to watch over the aircraft. The rest trudge along the island when they stumble upon a house nestled deep within the woods. They enter the cottage and are startled that it looks straight out of the 1920s. Believing it to be abandoned, they start fooling around while Cynthia explores on her own downstairs. She finds a child's room and looks around forlornly, remembering her own baby. Upstairs, the owners return and interrupt their horseplay. Jeff quickly apologizes for their behavior, and although the wife, Ma, brushes it off, the husband, Pa, is unfriendly. The men explain their situation to the elderly couple and ask for assistance, but Pa asserts that he doesn't have anything to help them with their plane. However, he shares that his acquaintance, who's arriving tomorrow, might be able to aid them. They introduce themselves to the married couple and inform them that Cynthia is downstairs, alarming the owners. When Cynthia is about to check the crib, Jeff stops her and leads her back upstairs. Later, as they serve them dinner, Rob questions what their real names are, but Ma insists they prefer their simple monikers. Pa then presides over the prayer and gives them the side eye when they don't respond. Afterward, the group tries to tell them about the outside world and its advancements, but they ignore them. Annoyed, Lynn starts smoking, and Pa immediately scolds her and demands her to do it outside, which infuriates her further. Ma also reprimands Cynthia for not finishing her meal and cleans up the dishes, dismissing Terry's help. She's about to check the cellar when the couple stops her and tries to dissuade her from exploring further. They then offer to let them spend the night in their house. Cynthia then goes to the porch to inform Lynn that Ma is making coffee when they spot a jump rope below. This reminds Cynthia of the child's room downstairs, so they investigate. Lynn is about to check the crib when the couple's middle-aged daughter, Fanny, tells them not to disturb her sick baby. The woman acts childish, and when Ma arrives, she adds that she'll prepare Fanny for bed as if she's a child. Ma also informs the 2 women of her daughter's upcoming 12th birthday, even though Fanny looks like she's in her 50s. Ma then promises her daughter a new dolly if she behaves. This delights Fanny while the 2 women become increasingly bothered. Lynn later recounts Fanny's peculiar behavior to their friends and admits she's becoming unsettled by this place. After a while, Ma goes upstairs to introduce Fanny to the group before tucking her in. She starts turning off the lights in preparation for bedtime, and Pa forces the women and men to sleep separately to prevent any hanky-panky. Lynn cusses at his rules, and Ma admonishes her for foul language. Later that night, Cynthia is listless due to Fanny making noises below and tells Terry that she's scared. Terry tries to comfort her by making her laugh at what Ma made them wear to bed. She then advises Cynthia to sleep, but the woman still finds herself unable to. The next morning, Rob goes for a walk,